So Stranger Things has gone gay. It turns out that the strange in Stranger Things was about gay people. In other words, queer things. We thought it was about 11. We thought it was about Vecna. We thought it was about xenomorphs, or what are they called? Demogorgon. But all along it was all about Mike, or Will being gay. And there's no point in watching the rest of it because we know what's going to happen now. Vecna's going to be gay. Eleven's going to be gay. Mike's going to be gay. Everybody's just going to be gay. Mike and 11 are going to break up, and Mike's going to go out with Will, and 11's going to go out with Maya Hawke. What's her name on the show? She plays Robin. Sheriff Hopper is going to break up with, what's her name? Winona Ryder? Joyce. And he's going to have to be doing anal with Vecna. And they're going to find out that all of the Demogorgons were gay all along. And you see Linda Hamilton with her buzz cut. She's going to be gay. She's going to end up with Joyce. And the last words of the show are going to be, queerer things have happened. And then they're going to look at the camera. So the whole show was an analogy for being gay. And now the analogy's slipping, and now it's just flat out gay. And the upside down is really just an analogy for sodomy, right? Like, I want to do you upside down, like from the back. And it's going to turn out that the Demogorgons were always, all along, they were penis monsters, and Vecna's going to turn them into penises. And the giant spider monster, the Mind Flayer, it's really going to be like a giant 5 dildo creature. And Max is going to be gay, and she's going to teach young Holly, that Wheeler, is that their last name? About being gay while they're in their while they're in the astral plane. They're going to have lesbian sex. Well, wait, Holly's an underage, so it won't be that. It'll just be like a kiss. And then Charlie Heaton, the guy who plays Will's older brother, I forget what his name is on the show, Jonathan. He's so forgettable. They're going to have a gay love affair with Steve Harrington. And he's going to say, I've always wanted to brush your hair, Steve Harrington. So now that I've pissed off all the libtards, I'll piss off all the magatards because I was joking. I was kind of making fun of the YouTubers, the MAGA YouTubers who are going to say that Stranger Things is gay now. So the libtards all hated me for what I was saying, and the magatards were all happy about it. But now all the magatards are going to be angry. And the end result is that instead of pleasing both sides, I'm going to piss both sides off, which is exactly what I'm happy with. The truth is, I believe that the subject of being gay, for once, it's actually incredibly important and interesting on this show, because this was a time, the 80s, when being gay was very much frowned upon and made fun of. I was an 80s kid. I was born in 77, and back then we would use the F word to describe gay people just in school. It was such a regular word. So it's actually very interesting to see how this plays out. Like, how the hell is Will supposed to be gay in 1989? Well, because the thing is, 1989, it was about to start getting very popular to be gay, because with grunge, with Kurt Cobain, gay was about to make a big ascent. And in fact, I bet you it would be really cool to have a sequel series set in the 90s following Will. It could still involve his superpowers, but it could involve like the rise of grunge and how culture is finally accepting gay. On a different topic, it is true that in the 80s there was like one black kid in the whole school. So it's realistic that on Stranger Things they got the one black friend. So hopefully I've either made you angry or I've made you laugh. If I made you laugh, please subscribe and have a queer day.